Good morning, everybody. If we can ask you to take your places, then we will enter the graduating class of MSS17. So please, all in the back of the room, please sit down. Okay, so let us introduce now, if you can, the class of MSS17, and I hope you can warmly welcome them. Thank you very much. So many thanks, everybody. As you can see, in the class of MSS16 has grown up a lot. They don't know how to play with balloons anymore. So they have an enormous problems with that, obviously. Anyway, let me first formally welcome a number of high-level persons which have given us the pleasure and the honor to be here today. First place, somebody who's very close to ISU and also one of the reasons why we're in Strasbourg, Trautman, Vice President of the Eurometropolis. And I see she's accompanied by Michel Heibel, who is taking care of the higher education here. We then also have a very special guest today, which is Professor Pascale Ehrenfreund, in a double function. First of all, as chairwoman of the board of the Deutsche Luft- und Raumfahrtgesellschaft, DLR, the German Space Agency, but also as Vice-Chancellor of ISU. We have a number of board members, besides the Vice-Chancellor. Amongst others, I presented yesterday, Randy Sweet, Director of Lockheed Martin, who is also, besides that, a board member, and I can also say a very good friend of ISU and a very strong supporter. Same as Andrew Brown, who is somewhere in the public, and also as a board member has been very supportive. I know that for sure we have the previous Excellence, the Ambassador of Belgium in Strasbourg here. Thank you very well that you're here. Well, he has a certain reason to be here because his son is graduating. So that certainly is more than a protocol or a diplomatic reason. I would also like to make a long list. I'm not going to make, but let me all guests and faculty, staff, colleagues, ex-colleagues. I'm not going to give the whole list of them. I would like to single out one person, which is a real pleasure for us to have here today, so Professor Francois Becker, which I still consider as the main architect of this program. He has been there from the first days onwards when the program was here in Strasbourg, and we are very thankful for that. And then, of course, the most important players today, the participants of the programs, 17 and 18, and their families. I saw a lot of families. Welcome, and we're happy you're here. And this sort of events, for me, it's always a little bit the same picture that comes to my mind. It's something what the French call déjà vu, just for your cultural. I first see a group of people sitting there, and they have somewhere a surprising look in their eyes. That is class MSS16. And class MSS16 is now wondering, what happened this year? How am I sitting here already? I thought this was going to be very long. So you see the surprising look in the eyes. Now you look a little bit further, and then you see the new class. You see also something in their eyes, but that's a little bit different. They are thinking, am I really have to be here a whole year? How am I going to survive this year here? Now, one of the reasons for that is what we call very nicely in management science, knowledge transfer. But knowledge transfer in this case is a little bit different. Knowledge transfer is MSS17 telling to MSS18, watch out for the professors. They're cruel, they're bad, they're very severe. Huh? Now, MSS18, please do me a favor, do not listen to them, because the reality is even worse. So, MSS17 learned a lot of excellent topics here, space. One of the things I was wondering yesterday evening when I was writing a few words down is that I never tested MSS17 if you also learned some Alsatian. It never crossed my mind. It only crossed my mind yesterday a little bit. In fact, as you know, Alsatian is a language. Wrongly, some people say it's a dialect. No, it's a language. It comes from the Alleman German, so of the very original German. I'm sure Madame Trautman will be able to correct me there because she's an expert in languages. And I find it very interesting. I find it an intriguing language. And if you want to get a taste of Alsatian, it's very easy. Every street name in Alsace has the name written in French, and under it the name is written in Alsatian. So if you take a popular stop of the tram where you all stopped, you can feel these relationships if you know other languages. You see Langstrasse, and under it on top of it is said Grande Rue. So you see this sort of link between the languages, grand, lang, long, rue, Strasse, Strasse. So you see this intercultural thing. By the way, I was thinking about giving a good example, and I'm going to try to teach MSS18 how they are in Alsatian. And that is something that they have to remember from now. So you are not MSS18 here in Alsace. You are MSS18. So repeat me, MSS, a bit harder, MSS. Okay, never forget it. Huh? You're MSS18. Alsatian is, by the way, a more international language than I thought. I discovered that even part of the people in America are speaking something that they call Amish in the region of Indiana, which is originally, in fact, Alsatian. There is another Alsatian word which I think is very appropriate today, and that word is vielmals merci. Thank you very much. And I have to thank a lot of people here who made this program possible. I've already mentioned a few ones. Just to put them in groups, there are a number of people who support us and who made it possible for you to be here. These are the representatives of the agencies like Pascale Ehrenfreund of DLR, representative of industry like Randy Sweet. Thank you very much for those sponsors. This program would not have been possible without you. The second group of people I would like to really thank are my colleagues and all the staff, teaching and non-teaching of ISU. Working at ISU is more than just a job. You have to have a certain vision and you have to have a certain passion. And it is thanks to their passion that you students and you future students are benefiting from this program. And then very important also for this year, somebody I have to say vielmals merci, is Madame Trautman representing the local host. We came, thanks to her by the way, to Strasbourg in 1994, and we have now prolonged since last year a new agreement for the next 15 years. Now, besides the normal, let's say, upgrading of the building which is planned to bring it to new standards, I believe that, and I'm convinced that this agreement is going to give a new boost to ISU. A new boost which I would say is anchored in two strategic directions. One is research, one is an incubator. And that you, MSS18, you're going to have the pleasure to witness this year. First, on the research topic, we had the pleasure of having a few years with us Professor Jean-Jacques Favier, who has given a strong boost to research, also looked into the cooperation with the local authorities, which gave life to the first experiments that we did during the MSS17 year, by the way, MMRs, and which will be continued also with the help of the Eurometropolis in further experiments which we are now developing. Professor Favier, for family reasons, unfortunately will have to leave ISU, but he will leave, but his spirit will not leave. His spirit will stay in ISU. Thanks for all that, Jean-Jacques. Thank you. Now, research in our case, because we are not such a rich organization, research in our case depends a lot on donations. So if you do a tour of the building, you will see a number of donations from, for instance, ESA, like a concurrent design facility, a tracking station, radio telescope. We also have a few new, brand new donations. I don't know if he's in the room, but I know that Professor Reddy has provided us with a very unique instrument, the shock tube, which we're going to use next year. Another research activity which we're going to explore is Europlanet with Professor Mason. So we have a number of new plans. The biggest, I must say, the biggest dream also for myself is that we will also have facilities like a clean room we're talking about, which will allow a number of you, 17 or 18, to stay here if you have a brilliant idea as in a sort of incubator function, so that you can stay here in the space environment 2 years or 3 years, just to give you a chance to start up a business. After 2 years, you have to be on your own wings, and we will have to. That is, in fact, a dream which we're going to see coming through. So MSS18, not forgetting, you will be the ones who see this happening. MSS17, you will always stay in my memory as a very nice class. That I have to really say. You were very pleasant to work with. I think I speak also on behalf of my colleagues. We enjoyed really working with you. So therefore, it's a pleasure for us that we will be able to now give you your reward in the form of a diploma. Now you're also a lucky class. I cannot guarantee it for all classes, because you have what you call in English the best of two worlds. you will have a diploma signed by a very famous person, the Chancellor of ISU, Buzz Aldrin, and you will have the diploma given to you by another famous person, which I already introduced, the Vice-Chancellor, Pascale Ehrenfreund. So you are a lucky class, you are a nice class, but besides that, you are also a very lucky class. So if with that, I would like to ask Professor Ehrenfreund if you could join me, and if Professor Chris Welch could take over the ceremony now as the MSS Director for the graduation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, President Peters. A little word about what's about to happen. Okay, the MSS graduands will come down and be given their certificates. As they graduate, they will also get the prestigious ISU pin. They've been working all year to get this pin, but they will also get something else this year. We have decided to initiate a new tradition, which is for each class, we will have what we are calling a space coin. Okay, and we will give this actually to the incoming class, but because it's the first time we've done it this year, the outgoing class will also get one as well, because we had the idea while they were here. So this coin, okay, for MSS17 has the 30 years logo on one side, and a grey celestial body on the other side, which isn't the moon, that is Mercury, okay? Because the next one is Venus, and you can probably work out the sequence after that. And at some point we will have to argue whether we have Pluto on it as a planet or not. That'll be a few years down the line. So when you come up, you will get a pin and also a coin. So, Vice-Chancellor, President, Board of Trustees, members, distinguished guests, ISU colleagues, graduands of MSS17 and their friends and family who are here, the new class of MSS, was it 18? Upsane, I've got to get that right. And also, whoever is out there watching us on the internet, okay, welcome. It is my honor to present to you the class of MSS17. So, MSc in Space Studies, Naida Cabrera. Meredith Campbell. Anders Cavallini. Luca Caliento. Linda Dow. Mary Disler. Winner of the Initiative for Interstellar Studies Alpha Centauri Prize, Bethany Downer. Melissa Fernandez. Alyssa Frayling. Winner of the Manx Precision Optics Prize for the Best Individual Project and MSc Cum Laude, Alexander Harding. Samuel Harrison. Hatam Hussain. Sergei Ioda. Praichi Kawade. Jason Cockatailo. Li Bin. Liu Shishong. Ma Cheng Cheng. Uyang Yabo. Mark Scanlan. Siddharth Shihora. Tanjuan. Winner of the Association of Space Explorers Prize and MSc Cum Laude, Jenna Tiwana. Arthur van Eekhout. Joost van Oeschot. Wang Yue. Xie Chentong. Shai Mao Chun. Zhang Haichou. Zhang Wenji. Xiaochen Jiang. I should also mention that we have a few students who are graduating in absentia. Okay, we have Wang Jiang and we have Nicholas Yi, who are graduating from MSS17A. Also, we have one student from last year graduating in absentia, Shantini Kamaraj, just to note that. We also have some students here who are present, but who are not strictly graduating. They are, for various reasons, largely kind of undertaking extended internships, which won't finish until December. Since they haven't finished the internship, they can't strictly graduate. But on the other hand, we won't be having a big ceremony like this in December, and we very much want them to come down to the front and have a photo. So I will introduce them one at a time. So, Henan Barrio Zhang. And you get the call. Not till you graduate. Yes, they don't get the pin till they graduate, unfortunately. We've got to keep them working, you know. Got to be an incentive. Theo Bidar. Pablo Caligilios. Robert Gavagis. Joshua Rosera. Now, a new feature, a relatively recent feature of the Masters is we now have a second year, a thesis year. In that thesis year, the students undertake a research project, and if they're successful, they graduate with an MSc with thesis. So we're now moving on to the MSc with thesis students. The first one here, who is graduating here today, Paul Werrer, who was supervised by Professor Favier, who is graduating MSc with thesis cum laude. We also have one student from last year, MSS16, who is graduating in absentia with the thesis, and that is Micah Kletka. And then we have 3 remaining students here. These are students who are currently doing their thesis projects but haven't as yet completed them. So we're going to welcome them down here and again take their photos, but they have to keep working until December before they get the pin. I know, it's mean. It's what I'm paid for. It's it's the black. Okay, so Stan Kaethler. And in any case, they all got pins before when they graduated from the first year, so it's not that much of a hardship. Vina Shelvanka. Peter Toro. Vice-Chancellor, President, that concludes the presentation of the MSc in Space Studies Awards. I would now like to invite the class representatives of MSS17, Linda Dao and Zhang Haizhou, to come down and make their presentation to us.
Oh my God, it's Linda's. No problem. Okay. President Peters, Professor Wich, distinguished guests, faculties, MS17 and 18, and everyone, good morning. It's so nice to be back in Strasbourg and get together in Cosmos Auditorium again. This morning, 1 year ago, we started our ICU life. And now, we are going to finish it. And time flies. After 300 days and 7 modules, almost everything has changed. The only unchanged thing I can figure out might be the ICU building in white and Professor Wich in black. So, the first word I would like to share with you is to make some change. Change is never quick and never easy, but 1 year is long enough for any changes. To some degree, life is all about change. 1 year can adhere the knowledge you wanted, and it can also remove the weight you didn't want, believe me. And what's more, ISU is a magic place where such change could happen. But make some change is not necessarily mean being totally different, becoming totally different. It's more of a review of life. You could still be a super lover of beers, but never drink that much. You may still be a super fan of black suit, but maybe in another style. At least do some laundry, right? But to be honest, very honest, I'm quite believing you in that. But I'm not sure some of others, especially the one who will be graduate on December, you should consider about that. The second word I would like to tell you is the one you hated most might become the one you will be missing most. I'm not talking about Professor Zivers, who order please, who always give us tons of reference materials. Now Professor Barnaby, who will never let us know what will show up in the final examinations. Actually, I was talking about the learning outcomes. I, like all of us, hated the learning outcomes. That's the reason I only get a D. But I'm sure you will miss them, because you will never know what's the learning outcome of your life. So, and as the SU cameraman, I can assure you, the only way that can guarantee a perfect photo for a one-time event, such as live, is to get your camera ready at any moment. Remember, get yourself ready for live, not the other way around. And the third word I would like to share with you is to be international. To be international is not only to communicate in English, but also to think with another mindset, to respect all the ideas upheld by other peoples, to compromise with differences. Being international, if being international cannot work for all, it will work for none. And besides, the beauty of the sunshine is the mixture of all the colors. So, and here, I will say some special word to my fellow Chinese classmates in MS18. Talk to your foreign classmates and work with them. You are here and supposed to work internationally, not independently. You are one of the factors why this university, international space university. And there are so many unforgettable memories, and 5 minutes is by no means enough. But I have to stop now in order not to get a penalty of 5 seconds. So, finally, some thanks on behalf of my classmates. Thank you all the faculties for everything you have done for us in these fantastic years, at the lectures, in the workshops, behind the computers. Hey, Nicholas and Joe, and in the library, and during the trip on the boat circling Eel River, and also at the dinner after the culture nights. Thank you so much. And especially Professor Walter Peters, we are so honored that we could be the last ISU students with a diploma signed by you. You are really a good president and a real educator. Thank you so much. And at the very last, I want to say a few words in front on behalf of myself. Thank you so much, every guys and girls in class MS17. You are the best classmate I could ever imagine. You are talented and working hard, deserve a bright future. And beside that, remember and don't forget, if you become a billionaire or the head of ESA, hire me as your personal photographer. Thank you, I love you all.
All right, so I just had to shorten this a lot more because Haisho is 10 times taller than me. Now, you may have noticed that there's a lot of balloons sitting around these chairs, and I'm really sorry that it caused a lot of congestion coming in, but at the same time, it's going to be worth it, I promise you that. So looking back to the day we arrived in Strasbourg, baggage in hand, we were jumping from head to toe, we're going to a space university. Space, Can you just imagine that now that we're here in the same room all together? I mean, who knew such a real place actually existed? International Space University? What is that? So, we boarded cars, buses, trains. I'm not sure if this is short enough. Yes, it is. Okay. Despite the time zones and the borders, we got together into this one special place, the place where we all just share a passion for space. And who knows, maybe the next time we will board together on a rocket instead. So, though similar in that regard, you ask each one of us which aspect of space we like most. And maybe you'll get very eclectic answers, or you start an endless argument. But instead, it could be moon or Mars, rockets or satellites, robots or virtual reality. Do aliens even exist? Balloons in space? Yeah, I know that one. Definite yes. But what glues us together is not only our love for space, but it's also the realization that each of our unique interests synergize to new horizons. And that is interdisciplinarity at its finest. So we may have come here sometimes alone with our family, but we know that leaving here, we leave together. And across the network, our network has grown so much that if we find ourselves stranded one day, we know that we have each other to help whatever we need. So with that, there's a collection of 3 primary attributes that I would like to acknowledge that we all embrace. And the first one is dreams. So our dreams, our passions drove us here to ISU. Carrying with us, we each have an original story that each influenced our lives with respect to space. But we each had a mission coming here. So I want all of you here today to think about that mission that you had in mind when you came to ISU. And are you now capable of realizing it after having done all those lectures, TPs, IPs, all the hard work and the night owls that we were spending time together? As we depart tonight, though, I encourage you to pause, look up at the stars, look up at the vastness of space, and ask yourself, I'm here today, but what can I do next? What I can say for sure is that along the way, we definitely overcame a lot of different obstacles. I mean, for sure, we overcame multiple missions, like the nights we spent mulling over our exams, our assignments, our TPs, our IPs. I mean, even though hectic as it was, we did it, and we did it as a team, no less. So congrats, guys. 2. Exploration. Our curiosity, our dedication, our courage, it motivated us to keep going. And we challenged ourselves to learn new concepts, to experience diverse set of unfamiliar cultures, and we supported each other and helped each other climb over the mountains that we saw coming here. During those periods where we thought that time was against us, I mean, let's be real, that was pretty much all the time. Just knowing we were all in the same boat was very reassuring. And coming out from those last-minute submissions from dawn to dusk, or for you night owls, from sunset to sunrise, then we all went through that panic, but I mean, what a relief and celebration it was, right? We're here today and we're celebrating. That's amazing. And 3, support. We all have a support group coming here, and we all have a support group leaving here. Whether providing financial, moral, or guiding support, think about all those that helped you get there here today, and think about all those who will help you in the near future. They will be your family, your friends, your national and agency sponsors, but especially us. Here in this room, we have each other, and that's what matters. So, I mean, I can't forget thanking ISU so much, because ISU has opened up so many doors of opportunities for us, and that is a very distinguished pleasure to have. If there's anything we will take away from ISU, it's that adventure involving space is not a single pursuit, it's a global one. And here we are today, again, reunited in the same room, where we started after one complete orbit at ISU. And we are now in that twilight stage where we are in between the end of ISU, but also the beginning of new endeavors. So I want you to look around to each other. You know, don't look at me, look around. And surely you will see that the stars that are sitting next to you, that are sitting in front of you, that are sitting behind you, you will see them again, definitely. Like the stars that greet us nightly, today is not when we say goodbye, it's where we say, see you soon, because we'll see each other, definitely. Our boundaryless connection to each other is the bond that we actually share for life on Earth and in space and beyond. So though we leave ISU today, and for those who are coming, the ISU adventures never end. So clear skies to all as we embark on our next riveting adventure. And I would like for you, because we don't have grad caps, I want each and one of you to take the balloons that are behind or under your chairs. If you don't have a balloon, share it with someone. I have a balloon here. Yep. Throw it together. Careful not to pop them. All right, is everyone ready? Okay, so on my count of 3, we're gonna throw the balloons in the air and yell MSS17, yay. All right, 3, 2, 1, MSS17! Congratulations, everyone. Why did you pop him?
So that was quite a lift-off, to use our language. I've already briefly introduced one of our honorary guests today in her function as Vice-Chancellor, Professor Ehrenfreund, and that I must say I also continue to admire. As you know, she is a very well-known and famous astrobiologist, which she still keeps on by teaching at universities in parallel with all her administrative and policy functions. She then was for many years at GWU, George Washington University, where she went more into space policy. And after a few steps in Austria, she's now, I think there were a few other ones, but if you think about the major space organizations, I guess you're the only woman heading a big space organization at the moment. And for that, I think you deserve a lot of recognition, and you're a fantastic symbol for all the young ladies which we have here in the room. So I know. I know that you are very interested in the future, that you have also worked a lot in exploration. So we're looking forward to what message you will give to this young generation of space experts. Professor Ehrenfreund.
I love balloons, yeah. So I think I will do it a bit like this. You know, when I was here last year and I recognized faces, you know, and you have come so far. I think it's a great day for all of you. And also for the ones which are starting, you know, it's like, wow, this is how it's going to be in a year from now, you know. And so I talked a lot about planetary exploration by then. And so I have 10 minutes and I wanted to talk a little bit about the role of space in the future, because we are in our space agency just doing a study for the future and see what is actually changing in space and how does space actually influence society in the future. So as you can see, commercialization has really made a paradigm shift in space, and there are a lot of new business models in Earth observations, in telecommunications, in space transport, of course, in the launcher business. You see how many new companies and space entrepreneurs are actually are getting really established. And the satellites get always smaller and smaller, but they are also getting powerful and more flexible and serviceable. So there is a big paradigm shift. And I think we all, and in particular your generation, has to contribute here in the future. And when you estimate that more commercially, it's right now about 50-50 with government agencies. We estimate that in the future there will be much more commercial business. And looking at the launches of CubeSats, this is unfortunately only 2015, but I'm just coming from the UN Space Symposium on Capacity Building in Graz, and Otto Kodelka, who was organizing this conference, just showed that to the students of all the world. You know, CubeSats and small sats, they have been really also produced, they can be produced in universities and by students. And the launches have really gone up exponential. But already now, in this very short period, from 2010 to now, many of them are commercial, and they are getting stronger and stronger with an important technology and business case, and of course also a lot of science. And I think this is something how you see how space is actually developing. So what will be the role of space in the world of 2040? So as Niels Bohr said, it's difficult to make prediction about the future. But we don't know, but we have to do studies. We have to see all the models. We have to see globalization is important, and everything what concerns our society, global challenges in the future. And space can actually play a very, very important role. And we have been looking at 5 central topics. Science, obviously, is always the most important driver. Which important answers does space science research provide? Technology, what are the technological trends for the future, and which we actually, can in particular gain from space? And how is space influencing our daily life? This is a question I always get. So what is space for? And then you tell the people, well, if we would shut down a few satellites, you would be completely helpless. You wouldn't find your way. You wouldn't know the weather. Everything breaks down. And people actually are really unaware, in generally how much they are dependent on satellite technology right now. And they will actually much more in the future, which I will show you. Of course, economy and what kind of, how important will space be for economy, and security, a topic which unfortunately concerns us all much, much more in the future. And so we have looked a lot at the mega trends, and we looked at electromobility, autonomous system, global connectivity, new ways of creating economic value, of course, global challenges like demographic change and environmental change. All this is where space will play a really important role, and with you, with all your knowledge, you will drive all this further. And just to look at some of the major buzzwords also today in politics is space and mobility. And I will go very shortly in some of the issues. Of course, Industry 4.0, and what can space do, for global value chains, and security, as you know, from maritime security to cybersecurity and quantum technology in space. These are all subjects which will be really important to develop. And to go in some of the topics, when you look at space of mobility, where space could play a role. And I don't want to read all of that, but maybe this also comes on the website, where you can see that the digital connectivity to bridge the digital divide. Of course, there are many, many different solutions already now, but also in the future, also at DLR, we were working for that with high flying platforms, but also with satellite communication and control services for traffic management, autonomous driving, urban design, precision farming. These are all topics, you know, where satellite technology and communication will be really important for the future. When you look at space and security, there are, of course, the monitoring of critical infrastructure. We have just built a new institute at DLR for monitoring maritime security, maritime infrastructure. It's a very important topic. Disaster management, also building radiation, hard robotics, and artificial intelligent technology. So you see how important space can be. And I think I just no, it's okay. I just saw it. Yeah, Industry 4.0, just to give you one example, that you can track over satellites worldwide product or resources. And it is, of course, important to have secure information, encrypted, resilient satellite communication. And many of those technologies which we are working on are really important for our future, not only for global challenges, but also for economy. And I think this is something which we are looking in these mega trends, and space has really to keep up its game and stay in the business. And to conclude, I have two more slides. This is one on a conclusion that space can play a very important role in these kind of trends. But there is, of course, a competition with other technologies, and we have to keep up with the trends. And in 2020 and 2040, for instance, space will be an infrastructure for societal, economic, and also government purposes, and we have to be, you know, together and work with all those trends and new technologies in order also to achieve good business models for the future. And at the end, because I want to still show you the last slide, which of course is also my heart because I'm from space exploration. There will be both. There will be business-driven new space approaches, but there will be also science-driven, of course, and governmentally dominated traditional space missions. And also human space flight is something which will be important in the future. And I just want to close with this one slide that we have, I think we are at the crossroads right now to where do we go in space exploration. And, you know, in the United States, things start to get stabilized. We have a new NASA administrator. We have a new executive director of the Space Council, which luckily was my boss before. And we have a prolongation of the space station until 2024. And there might be a prolongation of the space station even longer. And we have a lot of ideas. The new idea of the United States of NASA is to build a deep space gateway in the lunar vicinity in order later on to go with humans to Mars. But we have also other ideas because commercial actors play, of course, a role. They want to stay in low Earth orbit, eventually also go to the moon and have a commercial business case. We have the Moon Village, which is probably an international cooperation with many different stakeholders. We have many different ideas, and I think this is the year and the next 2 years where we actually will internationally, globally, you know, find a way in what direction we are going all together, because it is too expensive that one a nation could ever stem that, not even the US. And I think this is a wonderful opportunity, and I just come from a conference of the United Nations in preparation for Unispace Plus 50, where certainly a lot of you will attend next year. And it is really the question that we can do this only together, and we can do that with different stakeholders and which people which also have this kind of, have been educated with a mind like you at the International Space University. And I wish you really, really good luck, the ones which graduated, the ones which are still working on it. I wish them a lot of perseverance. That's very important in our research field. And of course, for the newcomers, it's a really, really great place to be, and it's wonderful to study this really international research avenues in space, which lead you practically, and I tried to show this a little bit, everywhere, and play a really important role for society. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Ehrenfreund, for this vision. We are going to introduce now the class MSS18, so I'm going to hand over to the MSS director. I would also like to invite Pascale, if you want, to welcome your new students as Vice-Chancellor. Professor Welsh?
Thank you, President Peters. Let me get the microphone. So we come to the introduction of the new class, but before we do that, it's time to pay a testament to everybody here at ISU who works so hard in order to provide the education that enables us to deliver the MSS. So I'd like to invite all my colleagues from ISU, faculty and staff, wherever you are in the building, to please stand up, okay, so we can see you all. Okay, so please be upstanding and please give them a round of applause. Without the hard work of the staff and faculty, we wouldn't have a program, we wouldn't have a graduation and an opening ceremony, we would just have a building. So this is I will give a quick preview. This is the second coin, okay? So ISU logo, and this one has Venus on. This is a coin for the MSS18 class. But there's a kind of deal here. It's a form of payment. You have to come down here one at a time and introduce yourself, say who you are, where you're from, and what you're hoping to achieve by coming to ISU, and you have to be brief, okay? You know, if you each give a lecture, then nobody gets to have lunch and you don't get paid. So it's performance related, you know, basically. So I will invite you all. There's no particular sequence. We just, whoever is on the end of the first row to come down. We will have some slides going through showing your pictures, but that's just to kind of give people an idea of the class. So without any more ado, first member of MSS18, please. And yes, watch out for the balloons. So,
okay. Oh, make it a bit taller for me. Okay. Hello, everyone. It is an honor to be here. My name is Huang Shan, and I'm from Beijing, China. The reason I came to participate in MSS is that I think space is a great opportunity for everyone in the future. But at the same time, it is also a very complicated system. So it needs interdisciplinary, intercultural, and international cooperations for us. So my expectations to be here is to learn space knowledge, to enhance my international cooperation and communication skill and to meet friends from all over the world. Hope we spend a wonderful year together. Thank you.
And the next.
Oh, thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Gu Wenhua. I came from China, and I'm an engineer in a satellite launch center. I'm here in ISU to learn something else. For example, the commercial, human behavior in the space, and so on. My hope we will have a great year at the MS17, and hope we can make some changes. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Morning, everyone. My name is Hu Wenjing, and I come from China. I like the notion of 3I in the ISU, and I want to work with the enthusiastic people here. What I want to learn is the space regulations and laws and space communication applications. I think my experience in ISU will open a door for me to a world full of possibilities. Thank you very much.
Congratulations and welcome.
Hi everybody, my name is Vittorio Rosselli, I come from Italy. Basically I came here by car and I wanted to stay in the center of Europe, studying space, and run out of fuel in Strasbourg, so that's why I'm in the ISU. But by the way, I truly believe that life is an organized form of nature, and this like nature and space as well, they tend evolve in disorder. I guess this MSS and space and whatever is like a great opportunity and of course challenge for me and for all of us. And thank you everybody. Happy birthday ISU, and bye.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is James Hurrell. I'm from the United Kingdom. I have a master's degree in physics with honours in astronomy, space science, and astrophysics. I have a genuine love of exploration and discovery. I like to spend as much time outdoors as I can. However, I feel that might change in this coming year. I love traveling and to meet new people and cultures. So I think ISU is the perfect embodiment of that, and humanity's kind of progression and exploration and discovery in the coming years, and doing that as the human race. So it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Hello everyone. So my name is Nicolas Brachet-Macher. I'm French from Strasbourg. So after I graduated from my aerospace engineering in the beginning of the year, I knew that I wanted to work in space, but I also wanted to learn other things, open my mind to other part of space arena, and meeting new people who come with other background, who has other way of thinking. And as I saw today and a few days ago already, I think I'm really in the right place for what I'm looking for. Thank you.
Hi there, my name is Susan and I'm from beautiful Vancouver, Canada. I feel so fortunate to be here because, like many of you, I've always dreamed about being a part of learning what's out there in space. Now, I attempted to start on that journey almost 30 years ago, and sometimes life takes you on a different path. So I raised my daughter on my own, and now that my daughter's married and I'm a grandma. So are there any other grandma MSS students? So I'm here because I firmly believe that it's never too late to chase your dreams. Thank you. Thank you.
Good morning, I'm Esna Ghosh from India. I studied physics and I'm here to increase my knowledge about space and make my dream come true. Thank you.
Hello everyone, Namaste. I'm from India, a beautiful city called Bangalore, and I have bachelor's in electronics and communication. And ever since my childhood, I wanted to become an astronaut. Maybe I will, or maybe I don't, but but yes, at least I want to see Earth, how Earth looks from space and stuff. So hopefully I become an astronaut. If not, as they always say, I want to conquer the space world, because if you aim for the stars, at least you'll end up in moon. So, thank you.
Congratulations.
Hi everyone, my name is Robert Bernard. I'm from Nova Scotia, Canada. I've known about the ISU for over 10 years, actually, through my Professor Kaya. He still actually teaches at Carleton University. That's where I did my bachelor's. And I hope to achieve from the ISU the opportunity to apply my years of experience in aircraft structures to design and analyze spacecraft. Thank you.
Handshake. And the going.
Hello everyone. Yeah, adjustments. Okay, great, thanks. So my name is Christos Dinos. That's spelled with an NT instead of a D. Sorry for that, that's a Greek thing. I'm a mechanical engineer, and I always wanted to be part of the space sector and play a role there. And hopefully this year will help me figure out what is exactly that I want to do for space and for everyone on Earth. Thank you so much. Congratulations to the graduates. Thank you.
Hello, good morning everyone. My name is Lisa Koumi. I am from Greece as well. I have worked in the space domain for a few years now, and I have learned a lot of interesting things. And the most interesting thing I have learned is that I only get exposed to a little part of the space domain when I work in a company. So there is a lot more out there to learn. And that is why I came here, to get the big picture of the space domain, basically. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. My name is King Kumire. I'm coming from Southern Africa, in a country called Zimbabwe. Our economy is agro-based, so I'm here at ISU to harness the space-based technologies that we can use back home for smart farming. And in consistency with the ISU's triple I's, I hope by being here, I shall be able to work with people of different backgrounds, engage with people of different backgrounds in terms of their discipline of specialization. And also, by being here, I hope we shall be able to negotiate a lot of deals with people from different countries, because it starts at grassroots level for us to be able to negotiate in sincerity with people of different countries. I thank you.
Hello, I'm Zach Burkhardt. I'm from the USA. Before this, I was at the University of Alabama in Huntsville studying aerospace engineering. And I'm at ISU because of all of the places I could have gone to further my education, this was the one that I found that really shared my passion for space and all things related to space exploration and science. Thank you.
Welcome.
Hello everyone, I am Antonio Caiazzo, I'm from Italy, Naples, beautiful city, and I am an aerospace engineer. In the past I worked in the frame of space debris, topic that I really like, and I am here because I want to improve my skills in the space sector, but also my personal skills, meeting new people, meeting new culture. So thank you so much for this opportunity.
Hi, I'm James Multitude from the United States and Australia. Grew up in Australia, but from the US as well. I'm an aerospace engineer, and I'm here to learn more about business and all the other activities we undertake in space and how it all kind of fits together to make the big picture so we can do exploration together as a planet into the future.
Hello everyone, I'm Edward. I'm from the United States and Hong Kong. I'm here to find a single message I truly believe in unquestionably here at ISU. And I want to find out a way to erase our differences against cultural differences, society differences through our passion, space exploration. So thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Armando Rojas, I'm from Barcelona, Spain. I'm an aerospace engineer, and I just wanted to do the master's so that I could go into the space sector with a little bit more knowledge than what I came out with my bachelor's. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Omkar Nikam from India. I'm a graduate in geology, and from past 3 years I have been working as a science journalist in India. I would like to take up aerospace business management with a major concentration in aerospace policy and law. And so with this wonderful ISU family, I would think that my dreams will turn into reality. Yeah, thank you.
Hello, my name is Diogo Coutinho. I come from Portugal. I've been the last few years working as an engineer in the space sector, and basically the main reason I came to ISU was to be able to spend my time with people that share the same passion for space endeavor as I do. So I think I'm at the right place, and hopefully we will see each other a lot.
Hello everyone, my name is Chen Changyuan. I come from China. Welcome to here for long time holiday. Just a joke. I hope it's a wonderful experience. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone, my name is Yuan Yuan. I came from China too. I worked in China Great Wall Industry Corporation for 5 years. I'm engaged in the marketing and the remote sensing satellite project management. I like my job, so that I came to ISU to refresh myself and to know new people. And also my background is English literature and culture, so that I came to Europe. I like here, so I can know more about Europe. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Tang Baitao. I come China too. I'm aerospace engineer. I love space and work for it, so I come here. I wish I can change myself, improve my ability, and recognize the friends all over the world. Thank you.
Hello everybody, my name is Chen Xi, and came from China.
And why I'm here in ISU, because this is a great place for us to gather and cooperate with different cultures and different people from different countries. And I think that will be a very wonderful and fantastic experience for us this year and for all of you. Thanks.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kwasi Nkanza. I'm from Canada. For a fun fact, my name has two meanings. The first is born on Sunday, and the second being universe. So kind of a precursor to my time here. I'm here because of a deep and true passion for space physiology and medicine. I truly believe that for humans to function in space, we must act like an organism with our doctors, engineers, technicians, businessmen, and businesswomen functioning akin to the ribosomes, nucleus, mitochondria, working together to be successful and to give life to space. Thank you.
Don't forget the comb. There you go.
Bonjour. My name is Michelle Nogues. It said I'm from Mexico, but I actually live in Sydney, Australia. I'm a space mechatronics engineer with a professional background in wind engineering. And I'm at ISU because I want to learn more about the space field. And so hopefully at the end of the program, I can apply my wind engineering knowledge to the space sector. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Grégoire Nemo, I come from France. I just graduated from a master's degree in geography, in political geography. So nothing strictly related to space, but I'm really interested in space policies and in international cooperation in this field. And thanks to ISU, I also realized that even with a social sciences background, maybe I can be useful here. So that's nice. I'm really grateful and looking forward to learn more and to work with all those beautiful people. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone. I'm Vincent Delaya, I'm from France. In fact, I studied in Strasbourg here and I just had my MSc Mechatronics Engineering on Monday. I'm a fresh new engineer. So I'm funded on space since I'm 12 and I love it, and I discover all the multi-skills that are needed in space. And so I wanted to apply mechatronics to space, and that's why I'm here, to discover new people, new skills, and to understand a lot.
Hi, I'm Josh. I'm from Montreal in Canada, and I studied pure and applied mathematics in my bachelor's degree. I'm here at ISU to get a clear idea of how I want to contribute to space exploration specifically, and what I expect is to spend a wonderful year with you guys and to develop professional relationships and friendships that last a lifetime. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Chaitanya Gopal from New Delhi, India. I'm really sorry for my attire, by the way. I left my suit at the dry cleaners when I was washing my... Anyhow, I graduated from University of Southampton. I did my aeronautics and astronautics engineering right there. And I still feel like a colloquial noob in the aerospace industry. So I'm just hoping that this 1 year I could get enough experience and just get an insight into the space business. Because when I started off, I worked with the human factors department back in the space development community. And now I did in engineering. So I'm really torn apart in what to really do with all this knowledge I would get. So hopefully this would clear out things for me. Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, it's still mounting. Good morning, everyone. That's me. My name is Arvind. I come from India, and that's me 4 years ago. I have an interdisciplinary background already. My background's in computer science, and I did a master's in business. And I also have experience in both computer science and software sales. And I'm here to, my aim in life is to become something, something called an expert, general expert, or that's another word for interdisciplinary expert, which is what the goal of ISU is also. And by being here, I want to make my long-term goal of starting a space company come true. So hopefully the next year I do that. And congrats, guys.
Hi everyone, my name's Sabrina. I'm from London. I just graduated in theoretical physics. I'm here because I like space, but I'm not sure what I like about space or what I want to go into. I really hope this year brings a lot of knowledge, positivity, and definitely friendship. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Stefan Alexa Đurđević. I come from Serbia, from Belgrade. I finished architecture, and I'm here from my heart, not from my brain. I don't know, I just wrestle with myself, and I'm just obsessed and extremely curious. Good luck.
Good combination. Welcome.
Bonjour. I am René. I am from Bolivia. I work in the Bolivian Space Agency. I work in a couple of education projects for like 10 years. I don't think there is a way in which we can achieve a better future, better education, if we don't know each other as persons, nations, cultures. So I really believe in interdisciplinary and international education. That's why I'm here. And I'm hoping to find a place where I can share what I think, my ideas, and listen and see where we can go from there. So thank you for being here.
Bonjour, Nihav, Hola, Namaste. I'm Kunal Naik from India. I'm an aerospace engineer. I'm here because I'm a space enthusiast, and I believe the space is the future, and it's a booming field. So I'm pretty interested in it, and ISU will give a pinch taste of each discipline of space domain. So I'm really interested in it. So best of luck to all my colleagues, and best wishes to my seniors. Best of luck. Thank you so much.
Hi everyone, my name is Ana Cristina Baltazar. I come from Mexico. I'm a mechatronics engineer, and like other people, I also dream of becoming an astronaut. But first, I want to broaden my knowledge in space and also to get a more holistic perspective of it. And I hope I can connect with other bright people. I know there are a lot of bright people in my class, so best of luck too. And well, that's it. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Cynthia Chala. I'm from France. I just graduated from interior architecture and global design, and coming to ISU, I hope I can show people from outside space to show that you don't have to be an engineer or scientist to enjoy space, and everyone can give in. And hopefully, I hope I can learn here this year all about the actual matters and needs of space in order to become the perfect co-founder of my actual spacesuit startup. Thank you.
Hey, this is Rami Ibrahim. I'm from Jordan. Decided to come ISU and participate in this program to add more experience and value to myself, which will be reflected to my career education and practical experience. My expectation after finishing the program, my knowledge to be expanded so I can move forward and start working with the space agency or satellite operator. Thank you.
Welcome.
Hi, my name's Anissa. I'm from England.
I came to ISU because I didn't know what I wanted to do in regards to space. I just knew I liked it. But I think that what I would like is to find a specialty where I can bring my own addition to it and cultivate that and bring some kind of unique aspect to it. And also the international aspect, because being able to meet other cultures and embrace it and share things like food and banter is always great.
Last one. Hi, I'm Sam. I'm from England. My background is a physics degree, and I've been a social entrepreneur for the last 6 years. I'm here to really push myself both mentally and physically as much as possible. And perhaps at one point I can put in an application to be an astronaut. So if there's any astronauts in the room, that was lucky. Also, I'd like to make a space startup, if anyone else in the room would like to talk about that at one point. And my expectations from ISU is that our class becomes the best class that has ever been at ISU.
Well, that was a bold aim, yeah. Thank you. Go for that. Okay, well, on that possibly controversial note, with MSS17, but ambitious, we like ambition, that concludes the presentation of the new class of MSS18. I will hand back to Professor Peters.
Thank you very much, Professor Welsh. It's indeed very reassuring to learn that somebody ran out of petrol and that's why he's in Strasbourg, and that some of you are trying to find out what they want to do when they grow up. Well, we'll tell you what we want you to do when you grow up, don't worry. We got a vision from the agency perspective, and we thought it was also very important to augment that with the vision from industry. And we're very happy to have today here somebody who knows very well what industry is going to, Randy Sweet, who is the Director of Business Development and Strategy of Lockheed Martin Civil Space. I have to stress that point. So Randy, highly welcome and thanks for all your support to ISU. What's the industry perspective?
So I'm here at ISU because of all of you. I'm always so re-energized by all of your speeches and your passion. It's just fantastic. I want to thank ISU and the staff for the wonderful birthday party last night and the cake. But Chris, we need to talk offline. I don't know how many planets are in the solar system, but I don't think that was quite right. I'd like to do something a little different. Pascale did a very good job of explaining kind of what space is today for all of us and the value to society and what a day without space would be like. You know, it's an integral part of our lives with communication and navigation and timing, entertainment, weather, security. We're on the verge of creating new economies in space. We now have had 15 years of continuous presence of humans in space at the International Space Station. We've been exploring deep space for 40 years with Viking and now Voyager at the edge of interstellar space, which is really amazing. We have been providing an infrastructure at Mars for over 20 years. And at Lockheed, we're currently operating the MRO, the Odyssey, Maven, and we operate the Hubble and Spitzer space telescopes, which are rewriting textbooks on exoplanets. Pretty amazing. We operate the Juno spacecraft, which just recently did its Perijove pass over the big red spot and provided some amazing photos back. We're operating the OSIRIS-REx spacecraft, which is on its way to the asteroid Bennu, and it'll return a sample in 2023. We were just awarded a contract to send a spacecraft we call Lucy to the Trojan asteroids of Jupiter, which will help us unlock some of the secrets of the beginning of our solar system. So The other big one that I work on directly is Orion. It's the first, interplanetary human spacecraft. And, in fact, some of you want-to-be astronauts could be some of the first ones to set your footsteps on Mars, perhaps. So fascinating. We think that we can at least do an orbital mission to Mars in about 12 to 15 years from now. Pretty amazing. And these are just perspectives from my view in the U.S. and industry. Each of your countries have similar projects. So you guys are entering the space sector at a time that is truly amazing in aerospace history. I'd like to talk a little bit about some of the things that I wish someone had told me at the beginning of my entry into the space sector some 35, 40 years ago. So one of them is, and these are kind of in addition to your technical background, some things that I would recommend you think about. One of them is become a mentor and a mentee. And this will transfer your passion to younger students. The relationships that you gain are lifetime. A lot of you have talked about that here today. It's really important. From a business perspective, a lot of you are going into different fields, or you haven't really decided what field you want to go into. But regardless, I would say learn where your budgets come from. It's very important. It could be public, could be private, could be through an agency, could be through venture capital. A lot of you want to do startups. It's very, very important. Learn how to do business cases. This will help you. A lot of you are going to present a case for investment to either your leadership or a customer, and it's very important that you understand how to do business cases and what the return on investment is for what you're asking for. Understand the political environment in your country and globally. This will help you understand the strategies and priorities of some of the things that you want to do. If you want to do a startup, it helps you understand where the market is and how successful you're really going to be. There are a lot of startups that have not been successful. So basically, I want to keep this short, but you guys are entering the space sector at an amazing time. I'm very fortunate to be part of what you guys are doing here, and I thank you for that. Our future is brighter than ever, and Walter, I think we're well on our way to classes in space. So, thank you.
Thank you so much, Randy. By the way, you mentioned Orion, another present that Randy Sweet organized. You will be able to see afterwards in the reception area. There is a flag of ISU that flew on the maiden flight of Orion, quite unique. And if you have a minute and you're passing around, a minute later, I didn't say the reception start. I see already some people half standing up. Please admire this flag in a nice casing that you offer to us, which is a unique piece for ISU. Thank you for that as well. I mentioned in my entry notes that ISU came here in 1994, and that was made to a large extent due to the mayor of Strasbourg, who we have the pleasure of having here, Catherine Trautman. Catherine Trautman had a fantastic career in politics. She was minister. She is now vice president of the Eurometropolis. She has been very instrumental on the agreement for the prolongation of ISU for the next few years. And I know that we will be able to count on you for the next few years also to boost research, incubators. We are sure for that, but it will be a pleasure for us to hear a few words from you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, dear Walter Peters, President of ISU. I want to say my respect to Mrs. Ehrenfreund. She's present, and she's with us for all the ceremony, and she pays tribute to the attention for new students, past students who succeeded, but also those who are coming. I am a supporter of ISU from '89. At this time, I just began my time of mayor, and there were some friends like François Becker, professor in Strasbourg, and he said, look, there is a special experience you cannot pass through without supporting this adventure. As some of the students said, this is ISU in Strasbourg, an adventure. The 3 students who had this idea in the summer camp, who was present in Strasbourg, said, okay, as the cathedral has 1 tower, perhaps we can be the second one. And this was also ambitious, to see the second tower as a rocket, and as this cathedral as a place to launch a new moment, a new place to work on space in this, multi-secular city. When I come and I see all the students and the different countries you represent, more than 100 nationalities, I think that this is one of the privilege to come in ISU, is to find this special atmosphere, which is international, interdisciplinarity, which is also based in the international global view, which is the 3I we can give as qualities to ISU. There is a high level of formation with the team of teachers of ISU and Mr. Chris Walsh and the other professors, Jean-Jacques Favier. They are mobilized to develop your competencies and to open all the possibilities you can find coming to this MSS. I'm very pleased also to consider that from the beginning, '89, many people in our countries, European, but not only, I was sometimes in connection with the special consular advisor for scientific aspects and policy of the President Bush, because we had other, international programs we spoke about. And this was not so evident to have this master, even for my country. Always big discussions, and to find the money, and to find the support. Why? Because it is unique. It is totally original. And the succession of students explaining why they are coming is the way we can see the future of our planet. And for me, who was so long time, not only in the local affairs, governmental affairs, but also in the European Parliament, in the committee in which we have the competence for research, for telecommunication, for energy, and we spoke especially about innovation, new possibilities, new systems, new apps, new ways to associate users, citizens to the future. When I see the connection between, medical technologies, we are specialists about that here in space industry and space systems. When we work, and we work especially on that, on space and mobility, and Mrs. Ehrenfreund spoke about that, because we have, the traditional industry, and we are in an era in this Rhine Valley between Germany and France with several constructors. We have a very old tradition of industry, but we are now looking for the next period for industry. And today is a special day for me and for many French people, because we had this enormous storm, and we know that everything is destroyed. Lives, we don't know the number, but also islands in Caribbean era. We know that this storm is going to Florida. So we see that, Irma, José, and all these names from different languages different parts of the world, different cultures, need to consider that we need this international cooperation, which is a motivation for you to come in Strasbourg in ISU. This is necessary. The pain, the distraction for the shock for all these people losing everything, their house, their sometimes also the life of parts of the family. This is a real challenge. And you can know for the new ones that nearby ISU we have a special lab which is competent in satellite images, satellite photos and observation. And these people, they could give in the earthquake of Haiti, but also the catastrophe of Fukushima, very early with the team in Bavaria, the images of the surroundings. And they could see where the people were, 2 days, 3 days after the catastrophe. This was necessary to know the places where people were, even if nobody could know that, and nobody could attain. So we could organize, perhaps with drones, because you are certainly also interested in not only in satellites but also in drones. We have new capacities to give, some help to people. So international cooperation, possibility of boosting the business in our new industries, new services. We speak about mobility as a service, for example, and this is a real big question. But we are confronted to a challenge which is also security, not only linked to the climate, but security because we have problems with our systems, with hackers, with people who want to give problems to governments, to countries, for different reasons, especially terrorism. So here in Strasbourg, we are also very concerned by two aspects. Democracy, which is always fragile, and we think that research and new sectors of research and development need to be connected with the human aspect. And you spoke about it, and this is precious for ISU. It's not only about technology. It's about friends, it's about ecosystem, it's about negotiation, as some of you said. It's also about an idea of what you want to do to contribute to a good future. And you spoke about change. Yes, we need to change in a good way. And when you come to ISU, you express a part of open mind. This is really an aspect which is common to all of you. It's a curiosity, but it is also engagement and responsibility. From different ages you are, and different experiences. I'm a grandma, and my little son, my first little son, is passionate about space. He wants to be engineer, but also architect, And he said, perhaps it's difficult to be architect and also engineer in space. I will say to him, I saw ladies and some young men in ISU, and perhaps he's in United States, in Bethesda, near Washington, perhaps he will come. And I said to Walter Peters, it's for a grandma a responsibility to have a guy like this 14 young boy be passionate about space. So I think you have the energy, the talent, the experience, and you will learn a lot from each other. It's your special situation and experience in ISU, and you can be sure not only about this building, which will change. It must be prepared for 2020 and the new period of ISU with the incubator and a big space, because the informatics school, which was present here, is going in another place. So you can have all the place for you, and it's also in the integration of your period of life in Strasbourg that we are present with Michel Aibel, with my colleague Nicolas Matt, to help you to know Strasbourg, this international special place We have with university a European campus, which is unique in Europe, which is international, which is with the universities of the Rhine Valley. And we have also Trinational School of Engineers, and especially in some sectors like new materials, laser, mathematics, informatics, and other things. So you will also find friends in university in our intellectual and research era, and perhaps some cooperation, I hope. And of course, you know, we are also known for the white wine, special liquor. This was a part of the prosperity of Strasbourg, because the people of Strasbourg, they had the privilege to put this white wine on ships to go to the north, to Rotterdam, Amsterdam, Hamburg, and so on. We are a place in which, with the Rhine, like a river, you know, the ideas, the knowledge, the experience always were shared. And that's why I hope you will be at home in Strasbourg during this period and be successful in the next MSS generation. And congratulations for those who today could achieve and show that it's an excellent place to learn. I must say something special about Walter Peters. You know, he has a very special sense of humor. He's humoristic, and he's one of the international person in Strasbourg very well known by children. Why? Because he spent time to explain space to children. When we organized a presentation here in this room, and when we connected Thomas Pascale and the team when they went to the International Space Station. So Walter Peters, some young people of Strasbourg, they say, big guy, enormous person. We are very proud to know him. So you must know that, of course, he's very kind and very competent, but also he has many young supporters in Strasbourg. So that's why ISU is also a link between generations, between passionate people, and I hope that Walter Peters and all the team here, staff, teachers, researchers, they can give this interest, because I'm sure, personally, for, now 30 years, that space is our future. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Trautman. Was really, you showed again how welcome we are and how welcome we feel here in Strasbourg. And as I said yesterday evening, as a French king said in the past, on y reste. You mentioned about a lot of energy in the class, and I must say that gives us a little bit of a worry, because in a few minutes we're going to leave this class loose to the space sector. And it worries a little bit. We hope that the space sector is robust enough to absorb that shock with their energy. But I'm sure that they will make a good career. And as one of the speakers of the class has said, by far, from our perspective, this is not a farewell. We want to stay in touch. We want to stay in touch with our alumni. Recently, just this week, we finalized a survey, because we will come back to you and we would like to know in 10 months or 12 months or so what you are doing, if you found a job, where you're working. I have all the figures of MSS16 at the moment, which are very encouraging. We found out that 95% of the MSS16 graduates are now actively let's say, linked to an activity, although the interesting, but it's also an interesting point, is that the number of students continuing studies has grown. So from the 95%, 33% are still studying. And what I found very interesting is that often they are studying something which they learned here in at a first contact with in ISU. I see people going for medical doctor, engineers going for medical doctor. I see people going for the life sciences. So you see that somewhere this beginning of knowledge that we give here, they find interesting enough to continue. So only 5% of our MSS16 alumni are unfortunately still looking for a job, but it's, as I said, only 5% in this time and days, which is very worrying. It's a fantastic figure. So for the parents, ISU is still a very good investment for your children. There was one slight problem, and I want to ask your cooperation, MSS16. When we were trying, 17, when we were trying to get the statistics, we had one little problem, is to reach you, or to reach your predecessors. So do us a favor. If you change your email address, tell us. If we cannot reach you, we cannot contact you, and we don't want to lose you. So every time you change your address, please give us a small note, say, hey, I'm there, I went to OHB, or I went to that company, and this is my new email address. You know that some companies do not want private emails to be received at work, and so help us there. So at this point in time, it only rests me to wish you, MSS17, a lot of success in your careers. I wish MSS18 a warm welcome to ISU. And with these words, this ceremony is hereby formally declared as closed, and I welcome you to try out some of these white liquids which have been announced by Catherine Trautman. Thank you very much.
With the